All right, today we'll be working on creating a Debian LXC container in Proxmox. This is to set up a Plex server. We're going to use a bind mount to mount our ZFS pool to that container, so Plex can pick it up to pick up the movies and TV shows that I have. All right, so let's get started. All right, so we're going to start off here at the Proxmox virtual environment. Let's go ahead and create a container. Well, first off, let me point out my pool. So this is the pool that I'll be bringing into the Debian container where Plex will be installed. All right, let's start off here. Let's go ahead and create that container. Let's name that container Plex. Give it a password. All right, let's click next. We're going to use the Debian template. If you don't know how to do that, a few videos back, I showed you how to create a LXC container. So let's click next. Space 4. This is just be for the Plex server itself. I'm only going to give it 16 gigabytes. CPU. Oh, I almost forgot. So go back to this General tab and unclick Unprivileged. Sorry about that. That is a big configuration item. Must be unchecked. Okay, 16 gigabyte CPU. I'm going to give this 4 cores. Memory, I'm going to allocate 4096 for my machine. This will change depending on how your machines or how much resources you have for your virtual environment. So let's set up a network so this thing can communicate outside the virtual environment. And this will be different depending on your environment. This will just be my setup. Okay, that all looks good. Let's go to next. There's no DNS domain or servers. Click next. Let's look back through our settings and click finish. All right, looks like that's created successfully. Let's go back to the Proxmox instance up here. So it'll be this right here. Let's go ahead and add those ZFS pools, so that way the container can use them. All right, so we're going to go to the shell. We're going to navigate to the root directory. As you can see, this is my pool right here. This is the name of it. And you'll see the name over here as well. All right, so we need to get that location, make sure we're at the lowest point on that folder structure. So let's go ahead and navigate to mypool. As you can see, I have my own folder, but mypool is the primary folder before it starts getting to all my documents. So that is the primary subdirectory we'll use to configure this particular container. So let's navigate back. All right, so now let's set up the configuration to bind mount that ZFS pool. All right, so we're going to navigate to etc PVE LXC. And if you'll notice, We have the name of the container and the config. So if you notice that my container is 101 Plex, here's the configuration for it. Let's go ahead and open that up and make the configuration changes. All right, so here's the configuration that we have currently for our container. And this is where we're going to add the bind mount. You can add it right here, or you can use the command PCT. So this is two different ways you can actually bind it. You can add it here or use PCT command. And I'm actually going to use the PCT command. So let's go ahead and exit out of here. And this is the command I'm going to execute. I'm going to copy and paste this. So the first one is PCT set LXC ID name, which that's the 101. Is the mount point. This can be any number, but it has to be a number behind it. Mypool, and I'm navigated to the movies directory, as you can see right here. So make sure you follow your directory all the way down to the folder you'd like to share. And then here's the mount point, movies. All right, so let's go ahead and press enter. All right, let's do the other one. I got TV shows. Copy that. We're going to do the same thing, but we're going to point it to a different folder where it contains the TV shows. And I'm going to name it mount point 1. And the mount point within the container will be TV. That's this last piece. That's what it will be named within the container. All right, let's go ahead and hit enter. All right. So we should be done with this piece. So let's go ahead and go back to the Plex containers. Go ahead and start it. Let's go ahead and log in. Let's go ahead and install everything we need. All right, so we're going to install Plex from here. So if you go to Plex's website, Plex, and let's type in download, should pull us to the right spot. All right, that's for Windows. We're going for Linux. Choose a distribution, and I'm going to copy the link address. This is what you'll do. Whichever, I'm going to use the Intel, I'm going to use the Intel AMD 64-bit. Let's go back here. So we need to get that. I'm going to go ahead and navigate to the root's home directory. And this is where I'm going to install it. Or download the package, excuse me. So I'm going to do a wget -o, rename it to Plex just because I like a short name. Let's go ahead and copy this link. And we're going to paste it at the end. All right, it's downloading. It should be there now. Let's check. It's there. All right, so we're going to unpackage it. And it's installed now. All right. Just to show you all, those resources, those bind mounts that we added are right here. That we did a little bit earlier. All right, so let's navigate to that server. So for mine, it's 2.14, and we'll have to add the 32400 port at the end of it. 192.68.2.14. And we're going to do 32400. /web. Right, we're just going to name it Plex. Now here's where we're going to add those bind mounts. So here we go, movies. Click next, browse folder. We're going to point it to that movies folder. We're going to click add library. Let's add the TV shows. So TV shows. Oops. Add. Yeah. You can click it there too. Add folders. TV. Add. Add to library. So we should be good to go there. Looks like it's taking a minute to bring all the movies in. We'll give it a second just so I can show you all that it's working. It looks like it added it here. I actually got two different Plex servers, so sorry about that. It actually added it here. I named them the same thing. I'm actually updating a server, so here they actually are right here. And the way we know that is we can go to the settings and navigate to manage libraries, and then we can see the mount points. Edit library, add folders, we know it's pointed here. All right, so that concludes setting up a Plex server on Proxmox using a Debian LXC container. All right, thanks.